emptiness, a lonely parody, and my life another smoking gun, a sign of my indifference. Always keeping safe inside when no one ever had a chance to penetrate or break in. Let me tell you, some have tried, but I slammed the door so tight that they could never get in. Kept my cool on the lock and key, and I never shed a tear, and now the sign of my condition.
Alright, working on the swordfish in the middle of a damn thunderstorm. Did a little appreciating. I got this is just the first coat, so I'll get a second coat, kind of blend it back in. But as you can see, the color is a little bit, it'll brighten up a little bit when I shoot it with the clear coat. Missiles, drums for the red tail. So, alright, and we got the swordfish. This is the first coat of paint. I'm gonna give it another shot. Still got some areas I need to kind of cover up, but it did depreciating and around the joints. It's a little too heavy. So what I will do is throw another coat of paint on it. I just got so many damn irons in the fire right now, but this is coming along pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with the way it's coming out. So it's a little flat. I think what I'll have to do is not put a gloss coat on it. What I will do is put a flat coat over it just to bring it out a little bit. But anyway, we're getting there. Gonna make this heavily weathered like it was, you know, in his last battle. So, all right. Alright, so I'm about ready to shoot the swordfish, and I'm going to shoot it on the satin, and then I'm going to do some additional weathering, you know, the little sponge method for chipping and shit like that, and then I'll shoot it down in a flat. Right now this piece here I did in the satin, and you can see the difference between here and here, so getting there. Doing sub-assemblies, you know, got the weapon pod. This is part of the engine pod. I just did a little bit of highlighting, shooting it. I'm gonna use some of those chrome pens to bring out the piping, and all my little parts about ready to glue on. I think I'm gonna ditch the Gambody stand and do kind of a dynamic pose with it. I liked the way it was sitting on my vise with the without the engine, excuse me, without the weapon pod on there, and it's got a canted hole. So I just got to figure out where I could drill a hole to put it on the base. But anyway, that's the way it's looking. Hopefully have it done, bring it to Winterfest. Alright, so I figured I'd show you this. That is Anycubic Ultra Clear Resin. And no, it did not come out that way from the printer. That is, what the hell time is it? Shit. That's 2.5 hours of sanding and polishing to get it to that level. So started with 400, 600, 1,000, 1,500, ended with 2,000 grit, and then put a little pom-pom on the end of the Dremel, and use the Novix. Started with a 3 and then the 2, and I got that. I am pretty damn happy with that. So that is no what do you want to call it? That is just the plastic or the resin. That is not coated with anything other than the polish, and I'm gonna leave it like that. So anyway, it's late. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. Till tomorrow. Oh man, alright. So I'm a little late putting this vid together. I mean, it was kind of in a rush to get things wrapped up, boxed up, so I could take them to Wonderfest last week. You know, had some issues with the Voyager, and I just kind of put it aside, so I focused on taking the 3 remaining models to Wonderfest. So I did finish this up. This is the Swordfish II Gambody 3D print. I hollowed it as much as I could, and it still weighs about, all joking aside, it probably still weighs about 3 pounds. Pretty fucking heavy. The engine piece, there was no, focus. The engine piece, there was no hollow in it. It was just you know, too many damn cavities, and I couldn't resolve it. So I went with the Gambody base. You know, I couldn't finish the other base in time, and in fact, you know, once I started working on that base, it actually turned out pretty well. So I shot it in a different red, and then used the Vallejo metallizer that I think I used on the Cylon ship. And once that dried, I just took the Vallejo wash, the oil and I can't read it from here, but it was the oil and grime kind of wash, and then a little bit of the dark rust wash. And actually, you know, it came out really well, and then just flat coated the whole thing. You know, the lettering, I just used the one of those chrome pens. Not a chrome pen, it was a bronze pen. So like I said, it came out pretty well. I'm pretty happy with it. The whole model I shot in a flat, and the Krylon clear flat, and it gave it a nice little not a sheen, but it gave it really smoothed the paint out, gave it that look, kind of accentuated the you know, the highlighting I did on the seams. Then I went over and I just did a little bit of weathering with the washes, you know, like the dark oily stuff, because if I remember right, in the anime, it was pretty well beat up. And again, you know, going for a dynamic pose, so, you know, tilted the engine, dipped the wing, threw the flaps out. So overall, I am pretty happy with it. Fine scale modeler, took some pictures, which I'm pretty stoked about. You know, it's amazing that this anime has been out since 1998, and how many people are, you know, still captivated by it. I guess the live action, they you know, it's kind of wishy-washy. I haven't seen it yet. It is on my to-do list to watch, just to see. But overall, I'm pretty damn happy with the way this came out, and I really got to thank Drew for getting me the DVD set and the movie set, and you know, we sat down and we watched it, and I was just, you know, jump in it with both feet once I saw the models. So I do have the red tail, which I'm kind of resolving some issues there. While I was at Wonderfest talking to some great people, they threw out some ideas, so I'm going to try that, and I'll try to have the red tail done, you know, coming up. So anyway, this is the Swordfish II from Gambody, 3D print. I took the, and I will mention this because the Gambody files, it looks like they modeled it after the, what is it, the Bad Toy version of the Swordfish. In other words, they had working doors. They had, you could see some, machinery behind the doors. You got the flaps. I opted not to use the landing gear. The weapon, kind of just I glued in place. The weapon could drop down and turn. Like I said, I took the toy aspect out of it, and just made it a static model. The engine literally would pivot, but it weighed so much that it would always sag. So stuck it in the dynamic pose. Other build thoughts. I thought about lighting it. In fact, I had wound up hollowing out this as well as the back here, and it even had a spot here in the cockpit to weather. To light. The effort, I don't think it would have been worth it, but for me anyway, I'm happy with the way it came out. I'm really happy with the way that cockpit came out. That is the was it Anycubic? Yeah, Anycubic high clear resin, and like I said, formed it, printed it, and then sanded the hell out of it all the way up to I think it was 2000 grit, and then from there I just used polish, and it got pretty clear. I was on the fences to whether to tint it in a gold. We couldn't find any decent reference material. It was wishy-washy, I guess you can say. So I had some pictures that showed it with a gold tint. I had others that showed it in clear, and these were the anime cells. So there was no right or wrong there. So we just having a discussion with Drew, we just said leave it clear. So anyway, so peoples, this is the Swordfish II from Cowboy Bebop. This is Spike's ship that he used, and pretty damn happy. So like I said, this will be a nice addition to the shelf. All right, till next time. Thanks for watching.
The door.